Namaste. Uh, so happy to be in India. We're also very excited about India. Sri Lanka tourism, very excited about India. You see, we had India continue to be the number one in 2017. We had about 385,000 people, and the target for this year, 2018, is about 450,000 to 500,000. Uh, India being the closest neighbor, and also we are close in terms of physically and also politically. So we think India has a lot of potential in terms of improving our spending and also the arrivals from India. Uh, we like to tell you about some of the niche segments that we are promoting. One of them is Ramayana Trail and the Buddhist Trail. So Ramayana Trail, I think we want to re-energize it, revisiting it, bring new energy into it, new wave into it, and we have created, there are about 50 sites in Sri Lanka. Of that, about half of them are approachable by roads. So we have taken some some video clips of those sites, which are really tells some of how the true stories of Ramayana. From several trails are there. I mean, so we are making brochures, we are creating DVDs, we are creating travel plans, and also what we want to do is we want to educate the tour operators, the DMC companies in Sri Lanka, the tour guides in Sri Lanka about Ramayana, because the subject about Ramayana and the story of Sita and Ravana is not well known to our people in Sri Lanka as much as is known in India. So we need to create that story, we need to educate them. So we have reached out to some of the people who can give an authentic story about Ramayana and Ravana and about things. So we will do that education, and then we also want to promote the outbound tour operators in Sri Lanka. We want to bring them, fly them down to Sri Lanka and show them all the sites that are about 25 sites that are there. I want to take them and tell them and then connect those sites to the stories of Ramayana, so that we have outbound tour operators who know about the potential of what's really the story of Ramayana. We have the people on ground in Sri Lanka who will promote Ramayana to their partners, and also we will have the guides who will able to, when you take them around, can tell about the stories of Ramayana, tell them the right stories. So these are some of the things what we have done now is we have seen where we have sort of been gaps in the past. So these are some of the things that we are doing to bridge those gaps and to create a much more wave and enthusiasm about Ramayana. But I think Sri Lanka has a lot to say about it. Also at the same time, what we want to do is as part of the religious tourism, we want to also show that it's about the Buddhism, because there is a lot of connection between India and Sri Lanka on the Buddhism as well. We want to promote a lot of tourists from Sri Lankans who want to come to India and see some of the Buddhist trails and the sites. So that also is being done, because there was a joint working group that was established by the current government, your Prime Minister, after being elected. There is the secretaries of both government, secretaries of tourism of both government we have created a working group, and we are working on these two together. So there is a lot of support at the government level, high political level, and also at the private sector level to promote the Ramayana Trail and this. Apart from Ramayana Trail, also I can tell you it has been our Sri Lanka has since the secession, there had been a lot of interest for wedding destinations. We have the diversity, whether it's a beach, or different types of beach, or whether it's an environment in a heritage or in a background of tea plantations or a jungle effect, where you can have very nice weddings. The recent one have been the Shangri-La at Hambantota. A lot of people have come in large numbers and celebrated their entire wedding in Sri Lanka for a week. So there is a lot of interest on that. We want to promote. We want to bring in some wedding planners from India. We want to fly them down and show them the places where we have the opportunity to promote destination wedding. Then obviously the next one is a honeymoon destination. So that also we want to show there are a lot of lovely places in different environments, things that we want to bring it out. And also there are a lot of places for celebrities who looking for privacy, who are looking for a complete hideout and to come and stay there. Recently we had Deepika Padukone. She came to Sri Lanka in October for the cover story shoot out of Filmfare magazine. And when she left, she tweeted saying, "Thank you for the hospitality and I can't wait to come back to Sri Lanka." And true to her word, she came in December, that is 2 months later, with Ranveer Singh for a quiet and private holiday. Yeah. The target for so we are looking at about 450,000 to 500,000. We want to double this number quickly as possible, probably by 2020. So we have lined up some very aggressive promotions that are doing. We have got a digital marketing promotion that is going for a value of $700,000, which will be out in April, May. It'll be there'll be a campaign on digital marketing, because today about 90% of the people, when they want to travel, they go online. So we want to have a very aggressive digital advertising campaign for India. Then also we'll be advertising on a global media, one of the largest global media in the world, and India would be featured in that. This would be India would be one of the markets that have been targeted for that. Apart from that, we are also looking at some special promotion through the credit card. For instance, MasterCard, Visa card, they have very good database out there. So we want to promote with them. We want to bring the hotels and the travel companies together to develop various packages to have for different segments, for the mass market, also for the high spenders, and also for luxury spenders. Have different great holidays, 2 days, 5 days, 7 days holidays. We want to create at a very attractive prices. So that's one of the things that is planned out there. Also, I think we are in celebration, as a mark of the 70th celebration, we have got we're planning to advertise in the Mumbai airport for 1 month, just promoting Sri Lanka as a destination. Overall experience here. I think I'll tell you in a simple word how our overall experience. You see, this time 52 travel agents are around in this place. Last year we had about 40 people, right? Year before it's about 30 odd, right? And year before that it's about 70. So it has grown up by about 3 to 4 times the last 3 to 4 years. That's the level of interest of the tour operators of wanting to come into Sri Lanka. That shows the interest, how India is growing in terms of dominance, in terms of wanting to be in. Every people, Indians whom I met, they all fell in love with Sri Lanka. Yeah. So whether it be celebrities or people from business executives, they're all very interested. Also, I think on the Google, we'll be doing a similar promotion. So a lot of promotions have been lined up for this year, which I think India will stand to benefit, and we want India to benefit, and we want to let India know what Sri Lanka can offer. So those are some of the things that are being done. We work with also Sri Lanka cricket, that will also link up with Indian cricket. So because those are two markets, which took the Bollywood and the cricket, those are very popular things, and also will help us to reach out to much further than what we are doing now, and also take us to a higher segment, because we want people to spend longer time in India, because than what Indians are doing now, saying about 5 to 6 days. We would like to spread that to 10 days. Ramayana Trail is one, they can spend about 10 days. And when you do the Ramayana Trail, you are really seeing, because these sites are spread across north to south and east to west. It's all over the Sri Lanka. So they'll get to see the country as well. And it's a place, India, Colombo is also is very popular for shopping by Indians. So, and Colombo has grown out to be a much beautiful place now. I mean, I've been living in Colombo for so long. Now Colombo has turned out to be a very nice place. There are a lot of nice cafes, nice restaurants, nice. The streets are much nicer and pleasant, easier to get about. So Colombo, we can do a lot of things in Colombo as well. I mean, we are trying to organize several sports and things like that. We are having the Ironman for the first time in South Asia. In next month in Colombo it's happening, and we had the Asian Choir Games, which was a pre-qualifier to the World Choir Games. Sri Lanka was the venue in October last year, which is again number one, first time in South Asia. We are also trying to bring in power boats, that's Thundercat and Speed Formula 2 power boats, because we have a lot of water ways and lakes and rivers are there. So we want to bring in water space, and we are bringing in the power boat also, which is happening for the first time in South Asia, in Colombo, in Sri Lanka. So the sports, golf is another thing. We have about 5 courses. It's spread across different parts of the country. So India, it's being so close, you can make a lot of short hauls. Take a couple of days off and you come, you either play golf or you come for these, we're having a Sound of Music Broadway shows. There'll be more Broadway shows will be coming up in Sri Lanka. So come in for the show and then really see around the place. So we want to promote for younger generation, also for family to come in to. Right, lovely. I think you must take. We got some very nice pictures, because there are a lot of pictures like the hot air balloon here. You can do whitewater rafting. You can do surfing. So there are a lot of things. Nature tours, biking, mountain climbing. Beautiful place. I mean, it doesn't snow in Sri Lanka, so Sri Lanka is open for 365 days. So even the mountains are open. You have no issue. So we would like to see a lot of Indians coming in. Because being the closest country to Sri Lanka, I think we like to increase the proportion of Indians in our tourist arrivals numbers.
आप ये समझ सकते हैं कि अबू धाबी में जो आपकी फैमिली में जो लोग हैं सब के लिए कुछ ना कुछ है। पेरेंट्स के लिए कुछ है, बच्चों के लिए कुछ है, ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन के लिए कुछ है, न्यूली वेडिड पीपल के लिए कुछ है। तो इतना डाइवर्स डेस्टिनेशन है। आप बीचेस ले सकते हैं, कल्चरल एक्सपीरियंस जैसे शेख जायद ग्रैंड मॉस्क है, एंटरटेनमेंट है जैसे यास आइलैंड पर हमारा फेरारी वर्ल्ड है, यास वाटर वर्ल्ड है और यास मरीना सर्किट है। तो ये सब इतनी सारी हमारी ऑफरिंग्स हैं। तो पिछले साल 364,000 लोग इंडियन पासपोर्ट होल्डर्स ने अबू धाबी होटल्स में चेक इन किया था और एवरेज 3 रात रुकते हैं इंडियंस।
11% की बढ़ोतरी हुई है।
हाँ, करेक्ट। हाँ, वजह एक्सपीरियंस, इतना सारा ऑफरिंग है हमारे पास। इसीलिए जैसे मैं कह रहा था कि सबके लिए, जो परिवार में जो भी लोग हैं उनके लिए कुछ ना कुछ हमारे पास है। उम्मीद है 20% तो हो जाना चाहिए।
ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ 50 से ज़्यादा कंट्रीज आ रही हैं, दुनिया भर के लोग, दुनिया भर के जो बड़े देश हैं, इस प्लेटफॉर्म को आप कितना अहम मानते हैं इस लिहाज से कि भारत के जो पर्यटक हैं उनका?
देखिए, मेरे तजुर्बे में ये इंडिया का मोस्ट प्रीमियम प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ पूरे देश से और विदेश से लोग आते हैं इंटरैक्शन करने के लिए। और ये हमने करीब 6 साल, ये 6ठा साल है हमारा पार्टिसिपेशन में, और हमने हर साल ईयर ऑन ईयर रिजल्ट्स देखे।